Do you feel reinvention? Because that's kind of how I see it from this side. Is you have over these years you've reinvented yourself and what you do. You know, I'm sure your Instagram feed is different to how it was before. Do you think it can be sudden? Could someone turn the lights off tomorrow and say, I'm not going to do that, I'm doing this tomorrow, like, you know, or does it need to be gradual?
Well, I think I listen to so many podcasts about careers and stuff, and I think the one bit of information that's always been really handy is don't give up your day job before you can, you know, and don't do another job at the job that pays you because it's quite scary doing a whole different thing. Mine was born out of necessity. It was born out of I needed to pay my bills, and then I became infatuated by technology and carved out this new career. So I would say, in one way, in one sense, you've got to take that risk, jump off the cliff, but in another way, you've got to like keep your ducks in a row. I don't know if you've read. Have you read any Paulo Coelho? No, he's like this
tell us.
He's this Brazilian sort of like, again, kind of new agey. He wrote this book called The Alchemist.
Oh yes, of course. No? Sorry, yeah. I never looked at his name. And is it CE or C? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Alchemist is the book that is by my bedside table.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I always go back to it. Like, I just think it's such a fantastic story.
Same. Okay, so do you know the bit when the guy goes to like the palace, the king's palace, and the king says to him, look at all the amazing artwork that I have, but also while you're there, can you hold this spoon with a drop of oil on it? And you need to make sure that you don't drop the oil.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time because it's like you want to like see all the pictures, but you've got to keep your oil on the spoon.
Yeah. It's like don't run before you can walk, almost, you know.
Yeah, so it is a balancing act. Like I wouldn't want to like tell someone to just go like throw caution to the wind completely, but at the same time, I think like a calculated risk, like that's a great idea.
Yeah, perfectly said, and I love that analogy. Okay, so what is the most rewarding thing about evolution for you as a sort of creative or, you know, in an industry? What's the most rewarding thing?
I think learning new things, like you said, you think you want something, you do it, and then you're like, whoa, no, I want to learn something else now. Like in another world, I think I'd just go to uni forever. I would love that. And like changing jobs and like learning new things and taking on new roles is a kind of similar-ish vibe.
Something that Norman J said to me sort of kind of, I guess, goes into that. It's about finding new challenges and kind of always pushing yourself forward. So he's like a big, massive DJ, tastemaker, sound system culture. And he was basically saying, he said, the reason why he thinks he has longevity and he's had this amazing legacy is that he's always left something at the top of its peak. So whether he was running a label, when it got to that, you know, the most success that he felt it could get, he was like, right, on to the next. When he had his sound system and he thought that it had grown as far as it could grow, he's like, right, that's it, rather than kind of almost going down again, because that sort of naturally happens. And that's something that I've been thinking about, that I kind of want to take into, because this sort of podcast is kind of me thinking about the next phase of my career, and it's thinking about, okay, where are the things that I think I've done, and where's the things that are still more to achieve, and where are the challenges?